Hey everybody, today I am going to address the subject of is living in Rio de Janeiro safe? My short answer is a yes, but. So let me explain in further detail why I came to that conclusion. The first thing that you're going to have to understand about Rio de Janeiro and its safety is the pickpockets, specifically when it comes to electronics. Brazil, in my impression, is a very cell phone addicted country, just like a lot of places, I guess, but especially in Brazil, because the prices of electronics are so high. Your iPhone, tablets, things like that are very desired by people who are wanting to steal things. If you have an expensive camera as well. So I would recommend not even using your phone on the street, or at least using it as little as possible. My wife is from this city, and she's had her cell phone stolen twice. So please do be careful when you're using electronics, things like that. So the reason why you're going to want to be careful with your electronics is it's very popular to do here for a thief to just come while you're distracted, snatch the thing right out of your hand and just run as fast as they can. These guys have a lot more experience dodging traffic than you do, and it's something that I have seen where it seems like people are just like, okay, that happened, there's nothing I can do. There are police here in Copacabana on the streets, but it doesn't seem like they're paying much attention a lot of the time. In fact, a lot of the time they're just messing around on their cell phones too. So it's better to not be in that situation at all than thinking that you're going to take care of it after. The other thing that you're going to want to know about the safety of Rio de Janeiro is, even in an expensive area like Copacabana or the whole Zona Sul, South Zone of the city, is that there are the favelas, and I know that they have an international reputation. Even here, I'm looking out my window, and you can see the favela up in the hill there. And a number of mornings, I've heard lots and lots of gunshots up there, both from the gangs and the police, presumably the police fighting the gangs. Sometimes there are military vehicles like tanks rolling down this street here. This is Nossa Senhora de Copacabana, and it can be a little unnerving. It's a weird thing to wake up to, and normally the violence, the shooting violence is confined to the gangs, the drug trade, all that stuff. But that isn't to say that there won't be bystanders. Sometimes even in shopping malls this happens. It happened with my wife's aunt and uncle. They were in a shopping mall. It must have been around 11 a.m., maybe noon, and there were some shots inside the mall, presumably related to the gang. So even though it's unlikely that you'll encounter guns and gun violence, it is going to be around you in a way that you may not be used to. So with that having been said, the other thing that you're going to want to think about in terms of safety here is, how's the infrastructure? The infrastructure is pretty good, but sometimes things do fall. I was here during the Olympics, and there was a special bike lane built along the mountainside right off the ocean. It collapsed a couple months after it was built. So that's one thing that happens. The other thing too, one of the main highways called Avenida Brazil, there are plenty of robberies that happen in the middle of the day. Armed robberies, these things do happen. One of the other things that you're going to want to be aware of when you're here in Rio in terms of safety is a phenomenon called the arrastão. And basically what this is, it's like a blitzkrieg, usually just exclusively men and kids as young as 12, unfortunately. They will gather en masse at the beach, or even when traffic is stopped, and just kind of smash and grab. Like I said, it's like a blitzkrieg. I saw one out of this window about a month or two ago, and bus windows were smashed. You could see that things are being stolen, and it's something that happens a lot when the weather is warm, on weekends. And I know these are exactly the times when you're going to want to be out and about doing stuff, right? It's unpredictable when it happens, but if you see, and I know this might sound terrible, but if you see a group of youngish men walking together, looking like they're up to no good, just stay away from that, because these things do happen, and when they do, it's really unfortunate. It's a sad situation, but for your own safety, when you see a group of young men on a hot day like today, I think would be a pretty good candidate. It is a Sunday today. Just stay as far away from that as possible. You don't want to get stuck in that, because there's very little that you can do while it's going on. So, in conclusion, to answer the question, is Rio de Janeiro safe? I would say yes, but just like the way that I introduced this video, you're not going to spend your time here feeling that you're under threat 100% of the time, but it is a big city, number one. Number two, it's got more danger than, say, a US or European big city might have. I love Rio de Janeiro. You just have to be very careful where you go, how you act, because there are things that happen here. Now, I'm blessed to have my wife, who is a native of here, and all of our family to sort of act as guideposts. But if you're coming here not knowing anybody, take that extra caution, because you don't want your time here to be ruined by being robbed, or being caught in the middle of the Arrastão, or being robbed on Avenida Brazil. And I know that maybe I sound negative, and to any Brazilian viewers, especially Cariocas, Rio de Janeiro natives, I mean no offense to you or to this city. It's just a shame when it happens, because if you just look out this window, you can see how easy it is to fall in love with this city. And this is just the south part of the city. This is just here in Copacabana. This is a huge city, and there are places that are even prettier than here, all times of day, morning, noon, and night. I love it here, but is it 100% safe? I would have to say, unfortunately, it isn't 100% safe. So I hope you enjoyed this video about the safety of Rio de Janeiro. We will have plenty more videos coming up from Brazil and other places, so don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything else. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.